I feel so cute right now. Oh my gosh. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Oh my gosh. Finally, I can talk about the Aether palette that I have had to stay mum on for the last August, September, October, November, December. Now we're in January. 4.5 months easily. Tyla gave me this palette, the new Desert Sunset palette, back in August, and I have been playing with it ever since, and I have not been able to tell anyone about it, and I only wore it in one video, and that was my first tepid takes video. And the reason that I stopped wearing it in videos after that was because I did not expect so many of you guys to lock on to the fact that that was something that you had never seen me wear before on my channel, and you were like, what is it, what is it, what is it, what is it? And I did not want to torture anybody, but now I can finally talk about it. I wish I could send you guys the amount of texts that I have sent to Tyla being like, when can I please just tell them that it's coming, because I'm so excited about it. And that is because I just had never seen a color story like this before. And the way that it looks in the palette, because of the peach packaging, it makes it look like these are going to be very, very green leaning, but they're like the most perfect patina golds that do lean a touch green, but I feel like that just, I don't know, they look incredible on skin as far as I've seen them so far. And then there's like this whole individual, I just stuck my fingernail on that, individual color story right here that's just this solid matte electric pink, and then all of these shades right here shift pink. So it's like a peach shift pink, a gold shift pink, a mauve shift pink. It's brilliant. So yeah, you have like the shades that I always say that you need, you know, like a good couple of crease shades, you have a really great shimmery highlight shade, and then there's these two golds that are just, I'll just go ahead and swatch those for you because they're honestly the stars of the show in my opinion. They're just outrageous. Yeah, so those are the ones that I find myself just smearing all over my eyeball and then working around, like building a whole look around them essentially. But I have just been so thrilled to finally be able to share this with y'all. So I actually in real time today am doing a live reveal eye look with Tyla on the Aether website, and this, I'm just kind of doing a dry run today. Gonna try and do 2 different looks for, you know, each of those separately so that this is valuable if you were there for the live. But yeah, I mean, suffice to say, we've been like counting down to this day and I'm so pumped. So I'm gonna move y'all in. We're gonna finish putting all of my makeup on my face. I only have like some complexion and brows going, and yeah, we will chat more exciting things about this palette. It's not that often that I just kind of give you guys my opinion of something right out of the gate in a video, but I like could not put on any sort of charade filming this being like, well, what do I think about this? Because it's the one that I've been like aching. You guys know I've been alluding to it for a long time. I want to show you guys like a very practical look today. That's kind of what I think might be a little bit misleading when you look at this palette, unless, you know, you're very used to mentally navigating eyeshadow palettes to make, yeah, up or down decisions for yourself. Usually you look at something and you just kind of, I don't know, I absorb it all at once, right? I look at it and I'm like, whoa, lots of crazy colors, and it's like, not really, because like if you kind of cover up that bright pink, which is a very great bright pink, but if you cover that up, you do have a very practical palette for brown eyes. I'm not gonna say it's only for brown-eyed people, but it is tougher to find things, I feel like, that like make brown eyes pop. Lots of coppers and oranges and golds and things like that will make light eyes pop because they tend to be, you know, a little bit disparate across the color wheel from green or blue or, you know, I don't know, do you have violet eyes? That'd be cool. These colors have just this like perfect little tinge of green to them. I will throw a picture of the swatches on my arm up here because I think it's more valuable to see the color story all swatched at once because you see actually how unified it is and how these shades right here having the pink shift that they all have really helps to make the 2 kind of, you know, outer and inner parts of the palette one complete idea. I am going to just start, like I said, the way that I've been using this lately, which is with this deeper of the shimmery golds. It's like this beautiful green gold, but like, look at that color against my skin. it just looks like it belongs there, you know? It's very much like similar undertone, similar temperature to something I would use as a contour or a bronzer. So if you're unfamiliar with Aether, Aether is all, you know, these clean formulas. And I think that she has such a unique point of view when it comes to formulation and color. The textures of her eyeshadows tend to be mostly like mattes, these beautiful satins like this that I feel like are not too reflective to just use all over your whole eye. And then the glitters are still fairly subtle and they stick really well. So we're not talking Pat McGrath. Someone did send me a photo of some swatches from another Pat McGrath Divine Rose, one of them, 2, 3, 4, I'm not sure, palette that has a pop of pink like this in it. But I just want to say, like, this is not really a comparable formula to Pat McGrath. And it's not so much that one is better or one is worse. They're just completely different from each other. They're going for different things. I feel like Aether is a super, super like user-friendly, zero waste, you know, like everything about it is just coming at it from a little bit more like subtle angle, a more wearable everyday angle. And Pat McGrath is always just going to be a little bit more artistry oriented. Do I think that they're both brilliant? Absolutely. This is also like is something like a fifth of the price, you know? So it's just not apples to apples. And the size of the palettes have changed. There are 10 shades now instead of 12, and they don't have the rubber band anymore. They just have this really, really nice, elegant, I don't know what I was gonna say, cardboard closure. There she is. All right. Now, I'm actually going to go in with this sort of dark brown in my crease. This one right here actually pulls pretty warm on my skin, which is great because it's like I can use it up here and it'll give me, actually, let's do that first. I love how I'm like changing my mind in the middle, but like, look at that color. It's actually a little bit warm on me. And I think it's because there's like not a lot of violet in this other than, you know, the kind of mauve shift pink here. So, you know, bear that in mind. Typically I will go for things that have a little bit of mauve in them if I want to build in the expectation that my skin, the yellow in my skin, is going to counterbalance that purple and it's just gonna pull neutral. This is more of something that just embraces the coloring of my skin being a little bit yellow. So if you have very, very cool tones, something like this is going to muddy in a good way. You know what I mean? It's going to be a little bit more neutral on your skin. But being golden, green golds do tend to work really nicely on me. Like Kyla Fish, you might really love this. But altogether, I don't think that it's like that unapproachable of a color story for anybody. It's just a matter of what you like. They're definitely committed. You know, it's definitely a color story that is gonna make you feel something. Okay, and I'm going to take a smaller brush, dip it into that dark brown, work that. Ooh, wee. Yeah, so if you are a fan of an Urban Decay eyeshadow formula, that is what I would compare the Aether formula to, especially the mattes. They just have that kind of creamy blendability on the skin. And they're not like super sticky. They don't get you in trouble. And Aether is definitely one of those formulas where I feel like confident using colors that I wouldn't necessarily feel confident using in other brands. You know, like a Natasha Denona, you better mean it because once you stamp that on your skin, it's not going anywhere. Whereas this, it's like, you know, it's a lot more forgiving. Okay, so we have drawn a general kind of shape there. I'm going to take a flat brush. No, I'm going to take this one right here. This is the Sephora 18 brush. Pro Shadow 18 Paupière. And I'm gonna use this. This is a very icy white too, which I think is really like cool that she did that. I mean, not blue icy, it still stays in that kind of like green undertoned family, but I do like that it has like a very noticeable contrast. There are a lot of ways to go with this, and it was very much like a Pat McGrath palette initially when I first tried it, because I did make like gorgeous mud on my eyes because I couldn't make enough decisions ahead of time. But man, when I posted this on my Instagram, people came out of the woodwork. They were like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, they were just as excited about this as I was. So I'm going to bridge the gap a little bit there with the lighter gold. And it just adds a little bit of something without me having to think too hard about it, you know? I'm gonna use both of those, the deeper gold and the lighter gold underneath my eye. I'm gonna dip that into that very, very kind of beautiful green khaki shade. And that's what I'll go under my eye with to kind of blur that out. But I'm totally winging this. This is just how I would do my makeup if I were by myself right now, because this is just such an open-ended palette. I really feel like everything has it's so much personality to it, but also it's like really user-friendly. It's really approachable. So, I mean, what would we be here for if I didn't use something from this inner sanctum, right? So I'm actually gonna use the Mauve Shift Pink, and I'm gonna use that just on like the outer half here and into the crease a little bit. And I'll go back over my crease with that other brown, but I just wanted to make sure that it got everywhere out there, because I want to like be able to have it catch the light. You see how that kind of like blends everything together? I think that that's what those glitters are really good for, especially if you're trying to bridge the gap between like that pink and other colors in the palette. That's what's so cool about these all shifting pink, is that like then you have your little bridge to any color in the palette. So I don't ever find myself like fishing through this palette and being like, oh God, what do I do next? Because that is always kind of the kiss of death. All right, grabbing my little Wild People brush here again with that dark brown and just sort of retracing my steps where I want a little more depth and impact right on like the outer corner, and then pull that up and out like that. It's kind of funny how there are some eyeshadows, the formula makes it so that once you've layered a few times, it sort of tops out and won't stick anymore. And then there are other ones where like, it feels like the more layers you get on, the better everything blends. And that's how I feel like these are. Okay, of course it looks kind of bat you know what, because it's the only thing that I have on my face, color cosmetics wise. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush. This is also an Aether blush. This is the Rose Quartz Crystal Charged Cheek Palette. Is that the one that I wanted? That, actually, I think that's gonna work really nicely. I'm mixing the middle one, just tapping it into the highlighter right before I put it on, just to make sure it goes on in a watercolor way, but you don't have to work that hard. That makes me want to put more of the pink into the eye look, putting a little blush on, doesn't it? Man, I'm sure how great this palette is. I might use this one in the live today. I didn't think about that. Ooh, a little bit of the highlighter. I love a formula that I can just like slam on. I haven't really gone in with a lot of powder, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of my Bite Beauty here. Clean her up a little. Yeah, so I'm just taking a little bit of this color right here that's kind of the pinky pink, you know what I mean? It's like a pink shift pink, and I'm gonna just place that a little bit right here, because what that's gonna do is gonna just like pull a little bit of the pink from my cheeks into the eye look, but without like dipping into that super hot pink, because that becomes the star of the show instantly. I'll probably use it on the live. Another thing that I really like about this palette is that it does have a very effective, deep, deep cool brown that you could use as a great crease shade, or in my case, I like to use it as an eyeliner. Her shadows do work really well wet. Not all of them do. Like, not all brands do. That's such an ideal eyeliner shade for me. It's almost exactly the same color as like a mascara that I would use, where it looks black on my skin, but black would be like too severe. It's just like dark brown has such a perfect amount of impact. And this is like the tiniest brush I own. Taking all of my patience right now. This is the BK 208. She is teeny tiny. Okay, I'm gonna throw on my mascara and my brow mousse and some more blush, and then we'll get back to talking about the palette itself. Okay, this is the vibe. I am loving the freshness of this look. Like, I can't quit checking myself out. It is just, ooh, yes, so good, so good. I thought that this might be a helpful visual aid. I took all the mattes, of which there are 4, and I swatched the 3 glitter shifters over the top of them. And I'm not sure, I guess I'll just kind of leave that up there for a second, because it's like there's a pink shift gold, there is a mauve shift pink, and then there's a gold shift pink. And they all do something a little bit different on top of the mattes. And I would really love to, you know, just try some eye looks where I focus entirely on like one matte and then putting the glitter on top. So I wanted to show you guys my little swatchy experiment there. It's definitely not the cleanest thing in the world, but it's kind of cool to look at. Yeah, man, I feel so cute right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it did just hit her website today. There is a 20% off coupon, I believe, if you type in "Hey Kackie." I think that'll get you in there, I think. And if not, just try Kackie. I'm not totally 100% sure because it's the new year, but let's see. Aether. So Aether rebranded as ATHR, and I just love kind of the elegance, the conciseness of that, and I feel like everything has just kind of gotten a slight conciseness facelift. You know, everything about it is just like all the ideas are a little bit more complete and a little bit easier for all experience levels to approach. The Desert Sunset Palette, an amber infused eyeshadow palette with 10 richly pigmented, warm toned, bronze kissed shades in shimmer, ultra matte, duochrome, and metallic finishes. The big thing here is like the warm and the bronze. I feel like bronze is a word that I need to concentrate on gravitating toward more. Watching Hindash's recent bronze makeup look, I was like, that is my ideal makeup look. And it's just another word for saying, like I always say like patina, but I think bronze is actually more apt, even though we tend to use bronze in terms of bronzer, being like, I'm gonna make my skin look sun-kissed. Bronze as a shade tends to be kind of that green, grungy gold, and I personally love it. Love green. It says, why we're obsessed. Dream a desert dream with warm, indulgent tones inspired by the mystery and magic of a desert night. High payoff pigment packed shades from golden glimmer to poppy pink coral. Rich buttery texture for a silky one swipe. Oh my gosh. The look that they have this model doing on the website is so freaking pretty. Infused with organic moringa seed oil and organic prickly pear oil to boost collagen, brighten the skin, and calm inflammation. Harnessing the power of amber, these sun-drenched shadows reduce the appearance of dark spots and texture and protect the skin from aging free radicals. So we love some skincare ingredients. The price on this is $48, like I said, and you can get a discount using my code. And the details: lustrous pigment pack package in 10 versatile shades made with clean, nourishing, plant-based ingredients and genuine gemstones for luminosity that lasts. When any brand uses the word clean, you guys know that it throws up a couple of red flags in my brain, because I'm like, there's no agreed upon idea of that, and brands tend to kind of throw it around. The thing with Aether is like, name a clean expectation that you would have of a beauty product, and she has tried to nail it the best that you can within the constraints of the industry right now. Recyclable packaging, her plastic is recycled and recyclable, clean skin loving ingredients, organic, fair trade, non-GMO whenever possible, 100% vegan and cruelty free. They use non-child labor mica. There's true like heart and consideration put into the like conceptualization of these products from start to finish. It's why she founded the brand, was basically to try and make zero waste makeup products that had completely like skin loving ingredients in them. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so there is a look on the website with someone who has like hazel green eyes, and they have just done pink all the way around and then circled that with, I want to say like the pink shift gold. I have goosebumps, guys. I have goosebumps. It's so pretty. Now I can hear what a lot of you guys are screaming, especially like my pink undertoned redheads. Y'all are like, if I put that on my eyeballs, I'm going to look like I have the flu. And maybe, you know, nothing is for everyone kind of thing. And if pinks are not something that you feel super comfortable putting on your eyes, and the bronzy green gold of it all doesn't wow you, you know, that's a big old makeup world out there. But I do, if you are like a brand new user to makeup and you see my excitement about this, but you're like, I don't really know what pink would look like on my eyes, you know, maybe like try and do a little bit of due diligence about your personal undertones and find out if that's something that would look good on you kind of thing. So in order to recycle these, it says we utilize recycled materials for all our packaging. We believe in using what has already been made instead of stripping our planet of its resources. Our paper is FSC certified and printed with water-based soy ink. Our pans are made with recycled aluminum. When we do use plastic for certain formulas, we use 80 to 100% recycled ocean plastic. Like, you're not kidding around here. We are proud to offer carbon neutral shipping and have partnered with Books. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those, but they are awesome, to create reusable shipping boxes. Books reduces your environmental impact by 75% compared to single-use packaging. They are these corrugated plastic foldable boxes that Velcro together, and it comes with a return slip or like a sticker, you know, a label. And so you collapse it back down and you seal it with that sticker and it just mails it back to them. So it's like a complete loop. It's phenomenal. We are also proud partners of PACT, a nonprofit membership organization that collects hard to recycle beauty products and diverts them from the landfill while working to make beauty packaging more sustainable. So, you know, you really can't go wrong. It just makes me feel better about it. So yeah, I don't know if there's like a huge point in delineating my final thoughts. I've just been so excited to reveal this palette to you guys because I find it to be incredibly special. You guys know I love a temporal contextualization, right? And the luck of the draw lately has been like that I paid a whole lot of money and tried a bunch of stuff from Chanel, and I had to thread the needle on what I liked and what I didn't. And it's just nice to be able to like put up a palette that's like, hey, carbon neutral, all the things that Aether promises, and also it is a phenomenally original, at least to my collection, color story that I have been loving using. So yeah, you can actually see like it's like kind of gnarly. I've already gotten crap all over it. I use it all the time. So I cannot wait for those of you who decide to try this to get it in your hands, because I want to hear what you guys think. I feel like kind of personally touched by this product because I've had it in my hands for so long. But anyway, yeah, I hope that this was fun for you guys to just watch me gush about a product that I've been excited about for a while, and I hope you found it helpful. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you guys did. Thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!